A lot of people confuse being outgoing with being social. You don't have to be outgoing to be social. You could be an introverted person who doesn't really talk that much and still be social as long as you have a lot of conversations, as long as you ask good questions, as long as you're interested in other people. You don't have to be someone who's like talking about themselves constantly, who's like, just yapping all the time. You don't have to be this super extroverted, outgoing person. You could be social by just having a bunch of one on one conversations, getting to know people, being interested, being curious. Like, this is how I typically go about my day, how I like try and talk to people. It's like I just have try to have meaningful one-on-one conversations because I'm more introverted, right? I don't want to like talk to a huge group of people. Even though I do a little stand-up comedy, like I don't want to like hang out with a huge group of people. I like to either perform on stage or talk to people like one-on-one or like in small groups. That's my preferred. Like, I don't want to go to like a club. I don't want to like go to like an EDM concert. That's like my worst nightmare, right? Anyway, you don't have to be this like super outgoing person to be social. You could just ask good questions. Like, really think about the friends that you like the most. Chances are it's not the like really obnoxiously loud, super outgoing people. It's more people who just like make you feel important. So if you want to be charismatic, just focus on making other people feel important and actually listening to them and being genuinely curious and having meaningful conversations. If you focus on these things, I promise people will see you as a social person, even if you're introverted, even if you're shy, even if you are quiet, whatever it is that you want to label yourself as. But the point I'm making is that introverts can be incredibly charismatic. So don't look at other people and be like, oh man, I wish I was outgoing, I wish I was extroverted, blah blah blah. That's not a good way to look at life. A good way to look at life is like, okay, how do I have as many interesting conversations and be interested in people as much as I can? And the way to do that is like to start conversations. It's to talk to people. It's to ask questions. It's to be actually curious about what's going on in people's lives. And when you do that, your life gets better because the more people you talk to, the better the chances are of you finding people who are similar to you, who have similar values, or even if they have some slightly different values, maybe they're kind of interesting and you want to learn from them. You still learn more things. You have meaningful connections just by actually like talking to people, just by actually being interested. Some guys saw that I was recording and then asked if I was a YouTuber. But anyway, they were super nice. But the point I'm making is that like the more interested you are in people, the more meaningful conversations you have, the more you learn about life and the more like meaningful connections you have, right? Because you can meet people who are similar to you or not similar to you, and you could just have like an interesting life. Because if you go through life and you don't really have these conversations, and you should live like kind of like a mundane, boring life, then like it becomes kind of meaningless, right? But the more I talk to people, the more I like just like try to get to know people, the more fun it is, really, because I learn more things. Because one of the most important things about life is like having good relationships. It's like having good connections, by having good friends. And I think the way to do that is like you talk to a bunch of people. And I'm not saying it's easy to do this if you're introverted, if you feel like, starting conversations is quite difficult for you. Of course, it's not going to be easy. But the point is, it's not that it's easy, it's that it's worth it. So even though it won't be easy, I think it'll be worth it. Life's not easy, but it's worth it. Take care.